Assalamu alaikum. I hope you all are fine. This is your fourth history class. In last class, we studied the proclamation that was delivered by the Queen in 1858. Today, we are going to study the administration under the British. How did British administer India after proclamation after 1858? After 1858, India was divided into 11 provinces and 560 princely states. You can see a map on your screen. The princely states are highlighted there. These 560 princely states were under the British control. The Rajas, Maharajas, Nawabs of these princely states followed the rules that were given by the British Crown. British adopted the administration of Mughals that were established by the Mughals, but they also appointed the responsible government members there. These governmental members were responsible for the provincial governments of the state. The provinces were divided into districts, and these districts were later divided into thanas and tehsils. These districts were administered by the commissioners. Different commissioners were appointed in these districts that were responsible for the administration of the districts. The whole structure that I have already told you, this whole structure was under the control of the civil service officers. These civil service officers were selected by civil service examination. Army was separate by this. Army had its own recruitment policy. The Indians were not allowed to enter army. The district courts leaded to the high courts and then to the supreme courts. Different judges were appointed, and these judges were only British. But because they were British, they had no idea about the Indian customs and the traditions. They had no experience of the Indian customs. So local Indian people were appointed who gave advice to the British according to the Indian customs and the tradition. Economically, there were many changes after 1858. I have already told you in last class, economical implications were added. India was more secure now. After 1858, British secured India economically very well. They worked for the public affairs. They built railway tracks. They worked on the irrigation canals, and expansion of agriculture products taken place. Previously, indigo, opium, salt, and cotton were the exports. But after the economical implications, after 1858, British enhanced this, and now tea, coffee, jute were added in the export list as well. By 1885, a 250,000 acres coffee were planted in South India, and by this plantation, 30 million pounds coffee beans were annually added to the economy of the India. So this is how British overall, the whole structure administered by the British after 1858. You can see on the board how did they divide the India, who were responsible for the governmental affairs, how was army going, how did judges and local people were appointed, and how did British economically enhance the situation in India, what did they do for the public affairs, and what were the exports of that time, and how much economically annually they are earning from the exports. Now you can see a worksheet on your screens. Yes, you have to recognize the personality. As when I was discussing about the princely states, Sindh was founded by the person the person is showing on your screen. You have to find it on your book. Which city was founded by him? I have already told you this. Write short answers of the following questions. How did British divide India? British divide India into 11 provinces and 560 princely states. It is a 3-mark question, so just please write it in 3 to 4 lines. What were the economic implications of the British rule in India? What did they do for the economy? They built railway tracks, they worked for irrigation, they expanded the agriculture products. These things will be added in this question, but it should be only 3 to 4 lines. Next, write a detailed answer of the following question. How did British administer India after 1858? Write your answer with specific facts. It is a 7-mark question, so you have to write it in 3 levels. The administration under British after 1856, how did British divide India? What was the condition of army? What was the condition of district courts? Who were the judges? Which provinces and how did provinces administer? Economically, what was the impact and how did economically improve? How did British improved the condition of economics in India? All these things will be added in this question. Thank you.